India's education system is facing a crisis. Not because the students are failing, but the system itself is failing them. Every year, millions of students spend sleepless nights preparing for exams like NEET, one of the toughest medical entrance tests in the world. Families mortgage gold, they take loans and sacrifice everything for a single opportunity. For many middle class and lower middle class households, NEET is not just an exam, it is hope. And yet, once again, that hope has been shattered. The NEET exam has allegedly been compromised for the third time in recent years, 2021, 2024, and now again in 2026. And this is no longer an isolated incident, it is a pattern. More than 22 lakh students compete for around 1 lakh medical seats. Years of preparation, years of pressure, all placed in the hands of a system that repeatedly fails to protect its own examination process. Reports suggest that before the exam, a 150-page PDF containing preparation questions began circulating online. Out of those questions, more than 100 allegedly appeared in the actual exam, many in the exact same sequence. Entire biology sections reportedly matched almost perfectly. If true, this is not a random leak. It points to something much bigger. Authorities claim advanced security measures were already in place. GPS tracking, CCTV surveillance, biometric verification. Yet, the paper was still leaked. This raises a very serious question. How deep does this corruption go? Because this is no longer about one student cheating. This is about organized networks profiting from the failure of millions. And this is not just a NEET problem. Over the last few years, India has witnessed repeated exam leaks and recruitment scams across multiple states and multiple governments. Teacher eligibility exams, police recruitment exams, state public service commissions, even highly prestigious exams like JEE and UPSC have faced allegations of manipulation, hacking, or fraud. The numbers are staggering. Dozens of reported paper leaks. Over 1 crore students affected in the past few years. And yet, very few masterminds are ever punished. This is the real problem. Because when criminals know they can earn lakhs, sometimes crores, with little fear of consequences, the system becomes a business model. Students become customers, merit becomes optional, and the emotional cost is devastating. Imagine preparing for years, studying 12 hours a day, sacrificing your teenage life, only to hear that the exam may be cancelled because someone sold the paper before the test ever began. For privileged students, this may be an inconvenience. For poor families, it can destroy years of savings and emotional investment. And this is why many Indians are losing faith, not only in the exams, but in the fairness itself. And when an entire generation stops believing that hard work matters, the damage goes far beyond education. So, what can be done? First, India may need to move away from vulnerable paper-based systems and adopt secure computer-based examinations with randomized questions. If the country can build digital payment systems used by millions every day, it can build secure digital examination infrastructure too. Second, accountability must become real, not symbolic. Every official, administrator, or network involved in paper leaks must face fast-track investigation and severe punishment. Because until consequences become stronger than profits, this cycle will continue. But perhaps the biggest issue is public silence. Every time an exam leak happens, outrage trends for a few days and then disappears. Political parties blame each other, television debates move on, and students are left to start over again. This issue is bigger than politics. It is bigger than ideology, and much more bigger than any single government. This is about whether the next generation of Indians can still believe in merit, fairness, and opportunity. Because a country cannot become a global superpower while its students are forced to compete inside a broken system. And if these failures continue, the biggest loss will not just be leaked question papers, it will be the trust of an entire generation.